is up, guys? It is AJ from MMA Experts, and we are talking about a pure fantasy matchup between Mike Perry and Nate Diaz. If it were to happen, what would happen? Now, Mike Perry recently said Nate Diaz is like a skinny little bitch, something like that. Obviously, I believe Ariel kind of baited him into it, but at the end of the day, he said what had to be said. Absolutely the right thing. Got his name even more out there. He's getting all the publicity possible, and really he's doing a great job. You know, after a tough performance, I mean, a good performance, but a tough fight against Mickey Gall, he now gets his name in the hat, maybe with Nate. Now, does the fight really happen? I don't think so, but it's fun to talk about, so we're gonna. If the fight goes down, if it's booked, Nate Diaz is definitely going to be a favorite. He's probably going to be somewhere a minus 200 to Mike Perry being somewhere around a plus 175 type dog. Now, the fight, how would it play out when it actually happens? Obviously, Mike Perry's a strong guy, and he hits pretty hard. Nate Diaz has an iron chin. We've seen it for years. He's only been stopped by a head kick and cuts. I mean, he took Jorge's best shots. He got rocked, but he didn't go down and he didn't go out. He's been dropped by McGregor, but he never got put out. He beat McGregor once and he has a decision lost to him. Nate Diaz is on another level than Mike Perry, in my opinion. Mike Perry said he's got bitch boxing and stuff, and I think Mike Perry can fight. Mike Perry's a great scrapper, and he's got really strong punches, but he's not at the level of Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz might be skinny, might be smaller than him, but Nate Diaz is so much more technical and so much more experienced in this game that Nate Diaz definitely has that fight. I believe he would box him up from the outside. I believe that Mike Perry would really be eating a lot of shots, and honestly, I think Mike Perry would have to try to get it to the ground. And I believe Nate Diaz will tap him out. I think that Nate Diaz taps him out most likely in the first round. I believe he'd have a chance to knock him out on the feet. You know, Nate isn't the hardest puncher, but he's got crazy cardio and volume. He'd be throwing shots and they'd be landing. Perry's style will play perfectly into Nate's style. Nate being a good boxer from the outside, Perry will probably crack him with a couple punches, but Nate would not be phased. Nate would have Mike hurt on the feet, and I believe he'd get it done, most likely by a choke. I think that Perry may be able to take him down. Nate would probably pull off some type of sweep, maybe even get a triangle. But I know that this fight will be a submission victory for Nate Diaz, and I believe it's inside the first 5 minutes. It would be a fun build-up. I mean, if this fight happened, can you imagine the chaos between these two at press conferences, at weigh-ins? I mean, they'd have to hold him back. But it wouldn't, because Nate Diaz is only taking big money fights. Mike Perry's a big name, but he's not the big money fight, at least not at this time. If he puts a couple wins together, though, I wouldn't be surprised. But right now, he's coming off one win, and before that, he had a 2-fight losing streak. Get Perry some more fights, get him some more victories, and then we'll talk about this Nate Diaz fight if it makes sense. Now's not the time. Fun little fantasy topic for you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. See you guys.